Hi everybody, Lori here from Unique in the Creek. Long time no see. Say hello when you come in. Say hello, hello. Hi Ruth. Nice to see you. Hello, hello. We're going to do just a quick, fun little Thanksgiving project. For us Canadians, Thanksgiving is literally around the corner. It's like 2 weeks away. I know the Americans, you don't celebrate Thanksgiving till the end of November, so you got lots of time to make this project. Hello, hello, everybody. So I'll just give a few seconds for everybody to pop on. Good morning from YouTube. Good morning from Facebook. All right, so I'll just go over what I'm going to be using today. Like I said, this is a cute, fun little project. It's not going to be hard. I've been out of the loop for so long now. I think the last time I went live was like over a month ago. Just been dealing with some personal health issues. And then on top of those health issues, I got the flu. So you can hear it in my voice still. I'm getting better now. But anyways, I am still around, lurking in the background, still behind the scenes and everything as much as I can be. But anyways, so today we're going to be using the Unique in the Creek large board. Okay. Also going to be using this really cute turkey wreath attachment that we do sell. So you can get this wreath attachment both on the American and the Canadian site. It's a 2-piece. So it comes with the head, which has the stuff going around it. And this is the bottom of him. Personally, I'm not really a big fan of his pants here. So we're going to do a little something different with the bottom half of his pants. Okay. I made this silly sign. I made it just for this project. I did post it in Unique Wreath Creators. I posted a PDF. So that if you want to make your own sign, what you can do if you want to make this sign is, this is a 6x8 metal sign, okay? You can get a 6x8 wood, like from the dollar store, like a piece of, just like a sign. You can also get a 6x8 canvas or something. And if you print the PDF that I shared with you guys, which is the PDF of this, if you print it on a laser printer, it can't be an inkjet, you can Mod Podge this sign onto a piece of wood that's 6x8 or a like flat canvas that's 6x8. Canadians, I do have this for sale on our website, but for anybody else, I did share the file, and you can make your own sign. So it says, give thanks, eat turkey, which we've crossed out. And I put the word pizza, please. So it's just going to be a cute, fun little wreath to stick up for Thanksgiving Day. So give thanks, eat pizza, please. So, and it's got little flaps here, so it'll look like he's actually holding the sign, right? So that's pretty cool. So that's what we're going to be using, and the large board. I got some brown horizontal wide stripe mesh, and I got some bright gold pre-cut mesh I'm using. The gold I'm using for the feathers up top. Now, you can use, you've probably seen lots of people doing turkeys, and you can use all different colors if you want for the feathers, okay? Use up some rolls of mesh, cut them by 10 by 10 because we're just going to do a rolled petal. So you don't need to heat seal it or anything. I just happen to have this perfect gold color in my craft area. Let me see what number it is. I will post the numbers afterwards of everything I'm using. This was kind of a last minute, you know, let's go live, let's give it a whirl kind of thing. Let me get it. Oh, right here. So you can use any gold mesh, like bright gold if you want. It actually matches the turkey perfectly. This one in the pre-cut is RF2643KH, okay? And it's the bright gold. So we're going to be doing 2 different petals for this project, okay? We're going to be doing, I don't really know what it's called, a rosy petal, I think it is, with the brown, and we're just going to use a rolled petal with the gold. So it's going to be quite easy, okay? And we're just going to use the inners of a tube from a mesh. So I have this cardboard tube always kicking around my craft room. I have the word keep on it so I don't throw it away because it comes in handy for doing the rolled petals. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to get a marker so you guys can actually see where I'm going to be going with each petal. God, I haven't been down in my craft room forever, so I don't know where anything is. Come on. Oh, there's the marker. That's what I was looking for, the Big Daddy here. Hello, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Okay, let's just zoom in a little bit here. So this is the large board. Okay, and I'm going to divide this board up. For the top half is going to be the feathers, and the bottom half we're going to do the body. So on the Unique in the Creek board, there is a center, both vertical and horizontally, okay? So we're going to, on the large board, you'll see 2 chamfered holes here. Like they're kind of divided in with the number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. For today's project, we're only going to be using row 2 and 3, okay, for both the brown and the gold, because the wreath attachment in the sign takes up pretty much all the middle. So we don't want to waste mesh by doing that. So what we're going to do is we're going to section the board. So there's the top where it says 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so if you go straight down, this is the very middle of the board on row 2. Okay, so we're going to divide this board up. So from the middle, I'm going to go 3 sets of holes up around. Okay, so this is the middle. 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to put a line right there, okay? And then I'm going to do the same here. 1, 2, 3. And put a line. Now we're going to be doing that. I'm just going to put a line all the way up like that. So this bottom part, all this right here, that's all going to be brown. Okay, we're going to do a brown body. And then the top here, we're going to be using the normal holes on row 2, and we're also going to be using the shared holes. So the normal holes, you're going to preload your board by, okay, you're going to preload your board by going down, and we're going to preload down the bottom part as well. To preload, you're going to take a zip tie. These are 18-pound zip ties. They're 6 inches long, okay? You're going to go down one hole and back up the other. These are the normal holes that are kind of close together. You're going to do your zip tie up till you hear the clicking and it locks, all right? Then we're going to go to the next one, and we're going to do the shared holes as well. So this whole thing is going to be filled with zip ties So we're going to make a big full. What is the feathers? Is it from the tail on the turkey? I've never really seen a real turkey that has not gone into my oven. So I really don't know what the colors are that go behind them. I don't know if it's from the tail, that when the tail goes up like a peacock. I don't know. Anyways, so for row 2 on the top, remember we sectioned this off, you're going to go around and fill row 2, the normal holes and the shared holes all the way around to the last set of holes where we sectioned it off, okay? So that will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 pieces of gold on row 2, okay? And then on row 3, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go down, right where it's sectioned, down, and again, this is the top, go back up. And we're also going to do the shared holes. So we're going to do the regular holes and the shared holes. So you're going to go around and load row 3 as well. And that's going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pieces of gold. The feathers are from the butt of the turkey. That's good to know. Has anybody else actually seen a real, besides TV and everything, I really haven't seen a real turkey, so I'm not too sure. Anyways, this is just going to be a cute little project. And it's going to be so easy, anybody can do it. All right, so that is going to be the top. We're not going to do anything in row 4 or 5, okay? And now the bottom, we're going to preload the bottom. We're only using the normal holes at the bottom. So we're going to go right here, and this is where it's going to start the brown. So on row 2, you're just going to load the normal holes on row 2 for the bottom. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of brown on row 2. And I think, I'm not sure, row 3, I think it'll all cover. But if we just do the regular holes, we have 3 pieces of brown on row 3. That might change as I'm making it, okay? So you're going to preload rows 2 and 3. So 17 up on row 2 at the top, 13 on row 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of brown, 3 pieces of brown. Okay, so that is how we divided up the board. All right, so let's do the mesh now. And I'll do a couple because it's very easy if you're going to do it like this. So the first one we'll do the feathers. Like I said, I'm using gold. And don't mind my hand. Sometimes I have to stretch it and stuff. I've kind of hurt my hand. So if it makes funny movements, it's all good. So we're going to take a piece of mesh. Now this is 10 by 10. Piece of mesh, okay, and we're going to take the insert of our mesh roll. Okay, this one seems to be a diameter of about 1.5 inches. When you do take the rolls off some of the mesh, some of them of the cardboard rolls are not as wide as others. So I like to use the wider one, which is 1.5 inches. So if you come to an end of a roll and you have a white cardboard tube, just stick it on your mat and see if it's 1.5. If it's 1.5, it's a keeper. Okay, so just write the word keep on it so you don't throw it out. Okay, so we're going to need 30 of these yellow ones, okay, and there's 40 pieces of mesh in a pack. And if you're just doing cut mesh, you'll be able to get 36 pieces of mesh cut at 10 by 10. So what you're going to do is, if you have your mesh curl up, So curl up is when if you rock it back and forth, it rocks. Turn it into a diamond shape. And we got our factory edge on the top left and the bottom right. Okay, the factory edge is, you know, the stitching that comes from the factory. This is the cut edge. You'll see there's no like stitching here. So we're going to turn it into a diamond, and when you turn it into a diamond, top left, bottom right is where your factory edges are. Then you're going to take your roll, your cardboard roll, and just start at the bottom corner, okay, in the middle. Like, you don't have to measure it, just approximate the middle of your cardboard, and you're going to roll your mesh from corner to corner. Just like that, okay? Don't let go of where it ended. Hold that, and then you're going to slide your cardboard tubing out. Okay, and still don't let go, but I like to just push on the middle, and I like to kind of give it a tug on each end to stretch it out. And then I'm going to pinch right in the middle. Okay, so pinch, pinch, flip it up, and you're going to adjust down at the bottom. You can adjust it to make sure each of your points are the same size. Okay, and if they're not, say if you flip it and it's like this, so one's shorter than the other, you're just going to adjust it down at the bottom. Okay, that is this is what we're going to use for the feathers off, the 30 feathers at the top. You can pre-make these by you rolling your petals. You can put a rubber band around the bottom. Okay, and then just toss them in a bin or a bag or something for your pre-made petals. Or you can put them in as you're going. So again, curl up. It's good to see everyone else too. I've had a pretty scary health issue, so that is why I've been missing for a little while. But I'm getting bigger, stronger and healthier every day. So, all right, top left, bottom right. Let's get our cardboard tube, bring the bottom corner into the middle, roll up to the top corner, pull the tube out. I like to give it a little tug. It makes it stretch out a little more. Pinch it in the middle and flip it up. Again, making sure that both of our tips are the same length. And now if you don't want to pre-make your petal, what you can do is this folded edge at the bottom here, we call it the nub. Put that into your pre-loaded zip tie. Okay, about a 1/2 inch. So there's our nub. It's about a 1/2 inch in, and do the zip tie up. Okay, you're going to do that for all 17. So we're going to do the shared and the regular. And then we're going to do that for row 3, 13 of them again. Okay, so I have pre-done some of them on another board, and I'll show you in a second. So that's row 2 and 3, and that's how you do this petal. Now for the body you can do different types of petals if you want. You can do the lolly petal. Going to do, I don't know what this is called. I think it's called the rosy petal. So this is a 10 by 10 piece of brown horizontal wide stripe. Okay, this is curl up. As you can see, it goes back and forth. And for this petal, what I'm going to do is have it curl up in front of me. The factory edges are on the left and right hand side. Okay, I'm going to take the cut edge and I'm going to bring it up to the top, and we're going to line the two top cut edges, line it up just like that. Okay, then I'm going to flip it and I'm going to pinch right in the center where I've put the two edges together, and we're going to pinch going this way. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm turning it around. 1, 2, 3, and that gives you this kind of mushroom kind of type petal. It's rounded. You don't see any fray, so you do not have to wood burn it or anything. Okay, you're not going to let go of this, the end of it. I'm going to flip it over so it kind of curls down. Now, if you do want, you can pre-make these ones as well by just putting a rubber band or 4-inch zip tie if you want to put a stopper on. Okay, and this is going to be what I'm going to be using to make the body. Okay, looks like a shell. I'm pretty sure we called it a long time ago the rosy petal. All right, so that is what we're going to use, the brown, and we need 10 of these. Okay, I'll make that one more time. And of course you can use any mesh. So I'm going to cut this at 10 inches. Okay. Curl up, factory edge to the left and right. Just bringing the bottom cut edge to the top. Now if you have clothespins, you can clothespin, or like clips, you can do the corners so they stay, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. All right, so I flipped it. These are the two edges I put together. Just going to pinch it in the middle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And there is our petal. And like I said, when I put it in, I'm going to flip it over, so because it kind of curls up a little bit on the corners here, but I want it facing down. So what you can do then, if you don't want to pre-make it, you put the end of it into your preloaded zip tie, again about 1/4 inch, and we're going to put, that's going to be for the bottom half, for the body. Okay, so that's the 2 petals. That's how we're doing the whole wreath. And like I said, I have one semi-done, so you guys don't have to sit forever and watch me fold these petals. I will have to fold some of them, but let's finish off the top gold. I've been dying to do a live so bad. I don't know if I'm doing it too soon after my sickness, but oh, I wanted to show you too, if you want to add a pop of something to your turkey. So I'm doing it quite basic, okay? Basic turkey wreath. It's very inexpensive. However, if you want to zhuzh it up, what you can do, I have these burgundy or cranberry florals, and they come in these. You guys have seen me use these before. They're like my favorite, and they are on sale. There's 3 stems per spray. This particular one is FH807143. It's a fall cranberry one. I really liked the red. So you can see there's 3 stems. What you can do, if you want to add something cool to your design, is I wouldn't do it on row 2, because if you put florals on row 2, it might get hidden let's see. Oh, maybe not. That looks cute too. But on every maybe third zip tie, you can add one of these 3 sprays. So you pull it off the main stem, just like that. And you can add, let's do this one. You can add a little bit of florals to your turkey, because why not? All right, so we're gonna do our petal. And this is, I'm just showing you this in case you want to just like add more interest. You can use whatever florals or greenery, whatever you want. So you would put the petal in. Like I said, I would keep it on row 3. And then you can put your spray into the zip tie as well. Okay, do it up. And then spread it. And now, like I said, I would do it in every like third, because these sprays are pretty big. And then just open it up. These are, I don't know what my dogs are barking at. And you can add florals to your turkey. Actually, that looks really cute. Where's my turkey head? That's pretty cute. So I just wanted to show you that if you want to, you know, add a little something something to your turkey so it's not boring. You can add greenery, florals, feathers, whatever you have. Give it a try. But I just wanted to show you that I'm just making it basic and just showing you guys stuff that you can add to it. And like I said too, you can also do, you don't have to do all one color for your feather petals. You can do multiple colors, like fall colors, instead of just one. I'm just doing one so it's not confusing when I'm showing you guys. All right, so we're going to go and put a petal in every zip tie in row 2. So when you flip it over, you can see, my dogs are going ballistic up there. You can see that it looks like stitching all the way around. If there's a blank space on row 2, that just means you missed a zip tie, okay? So row 2, you can see here, I preloaded row 3, but I'm missing a zip tie from here to here. So we'll just put that in now. Okay, so we're going to do row 2 up to this line. Okay, we'll do another one of these, and then we'll use some of the pre-made ones I've already done. Okay, again, making sure they're the same length. Put it in. So this is a shared hole. It's a little bit wider, but that's okay. They just butt up against each other. Now I'm going to go around and fill in row 2, the top. All right, so I'm up to this line. So I'm done row 2, the top. Now the rest here is going to be brown, the brown. So the 7 brown, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to do the 7 brown. And I'll continue from here. Oh, Jackie was, oh, I'm so sorry about last night. I didn't realize I scheduled it on our scheduling platform for Sunday. I thought I was scheduling it for Saturday. My bad. It was premiering tonight, and it was supposed to premiere last night, so that was my fault big time. I picked the wrong S because they had the two, you know, S's, Saturday, Sunday. They had them side by side, and when I was scheduling, apparently I picked the wrong S. I'm so sorry. So it will be debuting tonight, for sure. I double checked it. So you might want to watch that because it's a really, she pre-recorded that video, and it's on a small board, and it's really, really budget friendly. It really is perfect for any craft shows you might be doing for a less expensive item in your booth. And with pre-recorded videos, I like the pre-recorded videos because there's no talking like I'm doing right now, and it's shorter and straight to the point. And Jackie does an amazing job with pre-recorded tutorials. So I apologize. My mistake last night. It will be debuting tonight. Okay, so we have row 2 all done with our gold and our brown. So now we're going to work on row 3. Doing the same thing. We're adding our gold petals. They're just kind of side by side. Okay, it'll be our last 2 gold. Okay, so there's row 3. I'll go around and make sure all our points are up. This is pretty mesh. You can use, like I said, any color. I just picked out gold because it's kind of part of the turkey color. And we're going to cut the zip ties off. All right, so we have 3 more of the brown ones. Hopefully it'll cover it. If not, I can go and add more. Then we're just going to add our turkey attachment, which I'm going to modify a little bit. So this petal does make a great body. All right, let's see if this is going to, if we're going to need any more. So I've used 10 of the brown and 30 of the gold. Yes, Susan, Jackie will be making the chef gingerbread. All the kits that are available will be, there will be videos coming out on them. Okay, so Jackie will be doing the chef gingerbread hopefully next week. How I folded the brown, I'll do it one more time. I just use a 10 by 10 piece. Don't wood burn it or anything. Okay. Curl up. Have your factory edge to the left and right. Okay. Bring the bottom up to the top cut edge, just like that. All right. Pinch it in the middle. Then I do 3 pleats. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that is your petal. Might need more, we'll see. But, and you can, again, put it right into your zip tie or put a rubber band around it. Okay? All right, so now we are going to put our turkey in and our sign. Okay, so here's my turkey head. So as you can see why I really didn't put anything in the middle here, because our turkey head is quite big and he's gonna kind of sit just like that, like almost like a proud peacock, but he's the wrong turkey. So that's where he's gonna sit. Now, like I said, he does have a bottom here. I don't love the pants, okay, but I do love his legs. So what I'm gonna do is I have my cute sign. Where'd it go? Hold on, let me get organized here. That's the big one. Oh, here it is. I'm losing my mind. So what I'm going to do to cover the pants, instead of hacking up, which I could do, I could take the pants right off and just use and cut it in half and just use the 2 legs separately. But I'm using a sign. So what I'm going to do, instead of putting holes and everything into my sign and having to, you know, worry about putting it on the board and stuff, I'm actually going to glue my sign to his pants. Okay, so you won't really see his pants very much. And it'll still look like the turkey, body is in behind the sign. Right? So if you did want to use the pants, you could probably put it down there. I don't know, turkey don't wear pants, so I'm going to put my sign, I'm just literally going to glue it right on top of his pants. Okay, and then it kind of looks like with his little wings here that he's holding the sign. Very, very simple Thanksgiving cute wreath. I did notice that when I did put my sign, you could see here and here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 more zip ties. One here, just to cover this like spot up. One here and one here. Now you can use brown or you can use yellow, whatever. It's just to cover the board. I think I'll just pop a yellow in there because I have 2 made here still. All right, so just stick those 2 in there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's prepare our attachment. Now, on the back of your turkey, it does come with these wires. I don't like using the wires that come with it. I find they're really kind of thick. They're not very pliable, and they're in weird spots, and they're just stuck through the felt. I like to just pull them right out. I don't use them. I put my own in with just some pipe cleaners. So they had 3 on here. I really think that's a little bit of an overkill. So let's take that off. And let's see where we're gonna put. So if I put a pipe cleaner just in the middle right here and put it, the pipe cleaner from here to here where the number 4 is, I think that's perfect. Yep. So I'm just gonna put just one pipe cleaner right here. So I am going to use gray so it matches the back of the board so everything stays nice and neat. And here's the center. I'm just going to pinch like the felt and I'm going to poke a hole. Twist it around so it's, oh my god, this thing has a hook on it. This is a leather darning tool. Very pointy, but keeps getting caught in my felt. Let's see, can I push it through? There we go. So now we have a nice pliable pipe cleaner to attach our turkey's head. Okay, so I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to go down the 2 holes. The number 4 is right in the middle of it. So I'm going to take one pipe cleaner, go down that one hole, the other side of it, go down this hole, and just pull it. Oh, I want it straight though. There we go. So he's kind of cupped in amongst his beautiful feathers. And give it a twist on the back. Okay, so there it is. There's the Unique in the Creek logo, and there's where I went with his head. Easy peasy. Now we can, once we get everything in, you can put a little bit of glue on the back and we'll, just glue it to the mesh. Now we're going to do the bottom. Oh my gosh, that's cute. Again, like I said, I don't want to see the pants. So this up top is really glued in there. So like the legs and everything are wired. I'm going to cut this big, huge one off. Where did the big cutters go? We'll be using some hot glue. Let's see if I can do this. I don't have quite the greatest hand strength right now. Oh, that wasn't bad. Ouch. Okay, get rid of that. So I'm going to do the same thing on the back of his butt here. We're going to put a pipe cleaner where we're going to attach it. So you can see the middle. And poke a hole. And then I'm just going to put a pipe cleaner through there. There we go. Now we'll attach his butt. Just push this in a bit. Just don't, there's a little piece of the wire. I don't want it poking out. If anybody gets scratches or it scratches the door, we don't want that. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to glue the sign right onto his butt. So that'll keep the sign up. I'll show you where we're going to put the butt. And there's his sign. And that'll be it. Like, Super, super cute, right? And then we can pose his legs or whatever. So I think it might be easier to attach the butt and then glue, or maybe not. No, I'm going to glue the sign on and then we'll attach the bottom to it. Now this should glue really well. It's hot. I'm going to use hot glue and then I'm going to use some E6000 as well. This isn't a kit. The turkey, you can actually get both Canadian and American on our website. The turkey plush. And of course you can get the large board. The sign I made myself. I did share the PDF for this sign. The Canadians, you can order this sign. Americans, you could even send the PDF to your favorite sign maker. I don't mind. And see if they'll make you a 6x8 sign for it. Or you can print it out. I said that at the beginning. Why is this not? You could print it out. Great, it's not working. Hold on, my glue's not working. Of course it's not. Bring out the big ones, the big guns. Sorry guys, my glue gun doesn't seem to be charging, so I'm going to bring out this one. Sorry, so if, like I said, I did share the image. You can print it on a laser printer and Mod Podge it onto a small piece of wood that you could probably get this size at the dollar store in the crafting section, or even like one of those flat canvases, and you can Mod Podge and make your own sign. Okay, just don't use an inkjet printer, because if you use an inkjet printer, when you put the Mod Podge onto your paper, the colors are all going to run into each other. So if you're Mod Podging paper, like I'm suggesting you do, make sure it's a laser jet, okay? I'll just give this a few minutes to, I might as well put this on then while we're waiting for our glue. So I'm actually going to put it right here. So if you flip it over, so there's where we put the head. The body, I'm going to put right here. So straight down in these two holes right here. So where it says Made in Canada, on row 4, right there is where I'm going to go with the 2 pipe cleaner ends. So using wreath attachments on the boards is really, really, really easy. And you're just going to pull it down. Again, I'm not going to be showing the pants. I don't want the pants showing. So there's the head and there's the bum. Okay, I'm going to trim these up while I'm waiting for everything to dry. And I'm going to go down and clean this up so we have a nice clean back. Nothing to scratch anybody's door. And then I'll put a zip tie up top to hang it. Is this heating up yet? So just right up at the top, you can feel the divoted hole where the hanger goes. we still sell, all our boards are still available to the US. Some of our kits are available to the US, and some of our wreath attachments are. The plush turkey wreath attachment I'm using is available both Canada and US. I just want to thank everybody so much for all your support. I know I've been MIA. Not only have I been dealing with this, you know, border crap stuff, but I've been dealing with pretty bad illness as well. So, but we're getting good. We're getting good. All right. Now I'm going to glue. Just glue it right on. With his legs coming out. And then you can pose them. I think that's so cute. Very simple, basic, but super cute. Our Amazon store is like knocking it out of the park. Everybody's ordering from Amazon, which is great. So thank you so much. So we're just going to put hot glue just kind of on the center here. Now, of course, you can do holes. You can use cable mounts, whatever you want to use on your turkey. That's fine. Put a little bit of E6000. Of course, I can't open anything. Glue's going to dry. And I'm just going to just move this up a bit. So it's not. Glue's going to dry. Okay. There. So I'm using his pants as a base for my sign. Yes, Christmas tree. We have more kits on coming. So I appreciate everybody's patience. It's been a little bit of an ordeal to pivot and swivel and everything else we've had to do. You know, we move one step forward, we get pushed 2 steps back. Now Canada Post is on strike. We don't use Canada Post very often, but for P.O. boxes in rural areas, Canada Post is our only option. So, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm tired of trying to figure things out. Alrighty. That's on there. I'm going to put a little bit, once I get my E6000. Oh, there it goes. We'll put a little bit of E6000 on his top of his leg here. And there we go. So the fabric and the sign will glue really well together. And then I just put a little bit of E6000 on the leg, top of his legs. And we're done. He's a cute little birdie. Isn't that cute for Thanksgiving? Just tuck this under. Very easy to do. Cross his leg. You can do whatever you want. But there we go. Isn't he cute? Super, super cute. And there's the back, nice and neat. Here's his head, here's his butt, our hanging holes. Row 2 of the gold. 1, 2, 3. How many did we use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So, because I put those 2 extra yellows. So 17 and 15 pieces you'll need of mesh for the top. And then for his body, I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 brown, and then another 3 brown. And it covered it up quite nicely. I think he's adorable. I'm going to pull all this out. Like I said, if you want, you can amp it up a bit. You could add some florals. Actually, that would have looked really cute as well. Adding some florals in there, like every third or whatever. But I was keeping it simple and budget friendly, because remember, the more you add, the more you have to charge for your wreath, right? I didn't use very much supplies on this because I was using a wreath attachment. So to keep it budget friendly, I'm using a wreath attachment, which is kind of pricey. I think it's like $18 or something. So I wanted to keep the rest of the supplies kind of down in cost. So just using simple, not poly burlap or anything expensive, just simple Deco mesh. You could even, like I said, it doesn't have to be one color. You can use fall colors for all his feathers, and burgundies and greens and golds and everything for his feathers. And then just 10 pieces of brown. Now, if you don't have horizontal wide stripe, you can use fabric mesh. You can use just regular Deco mesh. As you can see, you don't see a ton of the body anyways down below. But yeah, and that's it. Actually, I did that pretty good. I wasn't sure how today's live was going to go, if my hands and my body were going to let me do it. But we persevere, because we're crafters and we're strong. And I absolutely love this wreath. This wreath is the perfect greeting for anybody coming to your Thanksgiving dinner. Give thanks, eat pizza, please. Anyways, thank you guys all for joining me. I'm gonna go get ready for some football. Go Bills. And hopefully I won't have any more setbacks, and I will be live a lot more. Just give us a little bit of grace. We are dealing with all kinds of stuff on the back end, and usually it falls in my lap. The size is 6 by 8. I did do another sign, which is 8 by 10. So this is 8 by 10. I just thought, I don't know, the 8 by 10 kind of works as well. But I kind of, when you do the 8 by 10, it covers up most of the body. So I did it 6 by 8. Okay. You can resize them. Like I said, I put the PDF. I will put it in the description below on YouTube as well. So if you'd like to print one out, or even ask your favorite wreath supplier or sign maker, I did make this myself. So I do give approval for your favorite sign maker to recreate this. You just need to send them the file. All right. And this is, let's see how the diameter. We're looking at 24 by 30 to the bottom of his feet, to the top of the feathers here is 30 by 24. So it's a really nice sized Thanksgiving wreath, and it's super cute. All right, thanks for joining me, everybody. And hopefully I'll see you guys a lot more really soon. Bye, everybody, and thanks for watching. And again, thank you guys all for your support and your patience with our transition. This is not our choice. We keep getting things fired at us left, right, and center, and we just have to keep pivoting and moving forward. And that's what we're trying to do, and we're trying to keep all our customers happy. Okay, so we're doing the best we can. All right, everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.